Namaste, namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Baba ki Jai. From time to time I have been sharing these clues for your self-recognition. In fact, maybe better to call it the clues that help us drop belief in these false ideas about ourselves. The self-recognition is just apparent. It is only these wrong ideas that we believe about ourselves that seem to be dropped as we come to Satsang. That is why when Bhagavan said, true knowledge is merely the dropping of that which is false. To me, it sounded like the best news. It's like I'm holding on to some garbage which just has to be thrown away, not picked up. But the truth is already there. So then the whole struggle part of it, that I have to get to it, what should I do to get it, how should I stay, is this better for me or is that better for me, all that goes away. So I was sharing the other day that if what you have found has an opposite, then it is not the truth. If the truth that you have found has an opposite which is the false, then the truth that you have found or what you claim to have found is just a concept. If the truth that you have found is a state, like a certain state, and that is it, and it is a denial of the opposite state, then it is not the truth. If it is a position, any reference that you have to be only a certain way, and that is the truth, then that is not the truth. If the truth that you have found has any of these shuns, location, duration, any notion, then it is not the truth. If you feel like you have found the truth in this location, that is not the truth. If you feel that the truth has some duration, that it's now found, so it started now. Your truth has always been. You feel like I get reports that when I have a particular state, then that was my true state. That is in denial of the other states which are appearing. And that is not freedom. Freedom, by very definition, means that there is full freedom to experience whatever is being experienced. There is no opposition to this freedom. All our positions opposing each other, they are being witnessed by that which is free. Is this easy or difficult? It is neither. Although conversationally sometimes we have to say it's really very simple. And at the same time we might also say it's not for everyone. Because actually None of these positions apply to you. And more you will become comfortable with this, referring to yourself locationlessly, durationlessly. I also call this openness. Where are you placing yourself right now? Know that you are not contained in that. You might contain that, but it does not contain you. This body is nothing but a painting you have made for yourself. But you also painted the rest of the world. Where is the painter located in the painting? Now there could be a character the painter created in his or her likeness. Now, that's me in the painting. And wanting to experience that particular character in a lot more detail, with a lot more intimacy. But does that change the reality of what you are? And the notion of this me rests on these things, on your location, on your concepts of past and future. And that is why this me is so tiring. If I say to you, don't expend any energy whatsoever, anything at all, mostly you will say, but it is a habit. These thoughts, they come, and I do extend my energy to believe them, to look at them. I want to tell you that you will become very comfortable with this. I know that without a reference point, for some of you, some fear can come. It can feel like you lost all ground to stand on. Because what I'm really saying is that there is no up, there is no down, left or right, front or back. All of this is in the painting. Where is that? Which witnesses this? Where is the witness of all that is manifest? And don't go to any knowledge, any mental knowledge of this. All you have to do is check right now. Where is the one that is hearing these words? Where is the one who is perceiving all these appearances? Who is that? Who can tell me a story about this one? What is the story of this one? The one that is witnessing all of this. Does that one want freedom? Does the concept of want apply to it? Is it a state? Is it a thing? Are you a thing? Are you even nothing? Neither thing nor nothing you. Yeah? How will you deal with this? The fact that you're neither a thing nor nothing. You cannot deal with this mentally. There must be already this deep inside that I'm not an object, nor am I essenceless. How many can deal with this fact that no notion actually applies to you? Even the notions in Satsang. Nobody can't deal with it. Very Advaita and say, but dealing would also be a notion. Okay. How many are open to this? That no notion could apply to me. Yeah. Good. Without applying any notion to yourself, trouble yourself and show me. Give yourself some notionless trouble without any past or future, without any location or duration, without any reference. So then all of satsang is one big forget about it. One big forget about it. What are you going to do about this freedom thing? 90% there, 99%. Just one more step to become free. And I come and say, forget about it. But I've invested so much, so many years of my life, and I feel like I'm at the edge. How many come to satsang and say, I'm at the edge of the cliff. I'm at the edge of the cliff. please push me off. Push me off. So many I've heard. Not so many recently. In the past, many I've heard. Just push me off. Okay. In this moment, the me is pushed off. You are still here. Is there a me in you now? That which has been true is always true. That which has been false has never been. There are a lot of me's trying to get rid of the me. Bhagavan says, like the thief pretending to be the policeman, wanting to catch the thief. If it was not true that you're free right now in this very moment, conceptlessly, do you feel like I would be such a big liar to say this to you every day? She's a- And I know that your doubt can take many flavors. Some can say, okay, but he's just talking about his state. You see, he must have forgotten what it's like to be me. Some can say he's just being nice. One time, one also said, Father, actually you've given up on us. So now you just want us to feel good by saying, no, no, this is all there is. What happens when you check on what is, when you check on this isness, is you go in expecting to find an ant. Yeah? You keep checking, oh, this ant is big. There's no boundary. You feel like, oh, it's not ant, it's elephant. Say, not even elephant. Beyond all concepts of space. This is your taste of yourself right now. This is your taste of yourself. That everything is contained within you. All is an experience within yourself. Okay? So this I am is already all there is. And you are that I from which even this I am arises. This consciousness is your manifest aspect. And this manifest aspect contains all manifestation. everything you say after I am is a lie. I am not getting this. It's a lie. I am getting this. It's a lie. I am agreeing with you. That's definitely a lie. I am not in agreement. All lies. Why lie? Because not the minute you attach something to this consciousness, you pick up the pose, the mask of limitation. Is it possible to leave this I am without any attributes? Yes. It is not just possible, but that's how you are starting this moment right now. The more accurate description of this is a little can sound a little convoluted. It sounds more like the now, which is a moment of time arising in you, that you in which it is arising is already empty of all motions, but it creates for itself the possibility to pretend as if it is something more limited. So easier to say. Right now you are empty of all motion. Without thinking about it, can you tell me what notion you have right now? Before the thought comes, what is your limitation? Look at the body also. It's an innocent appearance. It's an innocent appearance. Appearing within me. And if you have the possibility of giving this notion of me to some appearance, why don't you give it to everything that is appearing, including the space, which is also just an appearance for you? I was saying the other day, don't be so miserly that you call only one appearance me. I know why these ants and elephants are going on since yesterday. But yesterday I was saying that Suppose you believed yourself to be an ant. Then you met the master ant. You said, what? You consider yourself to just be this ant? No, you start to include. You start to include all the ants. You say, why just ants? Every object, everything include. The ant is feeling like, I'm all the ants, I'm also the space. Then the master ant says, it also includes that, which witnesses all of this. Why you leave that one out? Why you leave that which witnesses all of this? Leave it out. Okay, I do. Until then, the ant is feeling like they're having one big ant party. Guruji says, insect rave. They're having an ant rave, insect rave. But when you start to include that, it witnesses all of this. You've just invited the elephant to this party. And all the notions of your antiness are going to be crushed. Okay? And somewhere you get a feeling of this already as you start to look within yourself. As you start to include that, which is a non-phenomenal awareness. You start to get a feel that, all my ideas about myself are going to be crushed in this. And I want you to taste what I'm saying. Don't just look at it as a story or something. Include everything. And don't forget to include that which witnesses everything. Call that one me. Now tell me something. Can you contain this within your body? You find that you are everything and that which is beyond all things. Can you contain that within an object? Okay. How many feel, even mostly feel that they are not an object? Come on, let's see. There must be some point to these satsangs for so many years. And it is completely clear that this body is an object, isn't it?
So that's something.
That the body is an object.
No, you recognize that you're not that object.
Yeah.
Because when you point and say, look, see if you find that there's nothing to be found. And there's this immediate understanding that I'm not an object. I can't find myself because there's a sense of knowing, but there's no object there. Okay? So you're really clear that that's
You're not
really can't be this. You can't be an object.
You're clear that you cannot be an object. Yeah. Now, that the body is an object is not clear.
But it feels like the...
You can backtrack on the previous answer.
Yeah, so when I'm saying I'm not this object.
So it's clear that the body is an object. And it's also clear that you are not.
It's clear that the body is an object and I'm not an object.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. But the next conclusion comes that...
I haven't even got there.
Okay, sorry.
But you probably preempted it correctly. But I'm saying that clear that body is an object, it is also more and more clear that I am not an object. Then can I put a non-object in this glass? So,
logically, but this space is also not clear.
yes, the way I'm defining all objective appearances, air, the space in which all of this comes, all appearances. What perceives all of this? Can that be contained in something which is just objective?
When this question is asked, what perceives all of this, then there is completely no answer. In the sense that, it's like I must be perceiving. I mean, it's not an inference. I am perceiving. I'm not an object. There's just dead silence because now there's nothing I can say about that.
Yes, but you're aware that you're perceiving all of this.
Yes.
So how does the silence get in the way? It's like if you were looking at the glass, and it was dead silent, the label glass was not coming. Does that make it not glass? Yes.
No.
You know what I mean? Yes? It does not get in the way of the perception of
No,
the
it's not
object.
getting in the way. But like to find you're looking for an answer. Where is it?
That is the trouble.
Where is this thing? And you're not finding it.
Yeah, but nobody said look like that for a conceptual
You're
answer.
not like really going to do. I mean, you're not purposely doing it or not doing it. It's just attention is going.
Yes. Attention is going. Who is looking at the attention? What can you say about this one? Why? So, and yet, is it also that because you are nothing? Can nothing look?
No.
So you are that no thing, which is the primal witness of all things. Now, what can contain no thing?
Although when I did that, I found that the space to which I'm going to look for that answer, where the thoughts going, is endless. Like I realized, and I observed that my attention.
The space is endless. Attention can roam in this endless space.
Yeah.
What about the one who is looking at this endless space? Blown is that.
Yeah.
Exactly. My son was here, you would be like.
I don't know who's looking anymore, and I don't know this thing. And
mind blown.
Because it suddenly seemed like that endless space is the truth in a sense.
Okay. And what looks at that endless space? Yes, exactly. This question
was just the hoax. I mean, like how the mind twists things around. Right? Yeah. It's like I'm asking the question, and you're wait, where is it coming from?
Slowly. So you find that attention moves in this endless space.
Yeah.
And that space includes even this space. It is not even contained by this space.
No, it's not.
It's not contained by anything.
Yeah.
Now, that which witnesses even this. Would you say the space or not space?
I never have an answer for that. I mean, it just becomes an inference that it must
be. So don't be quick to say anything then.
Yeah.
Because as most of you know that I'm really not interested in what you're going to say. I'm more interested in this you're looking.
So just one thing, the looking and the vastness and everything is just one thing.
So forget about division. Nobody is asking you to divide it. I just said, who is looking at even this space, which is so spacious that it contains space?
So now I lose my mind.
Is it because it is vast, it has no boundary?
No, because it's indescribable.
It has no attribute whatsoever. So I've been saying all satsang that all idea of time and space do not apply to it, do not apply to you. And all our notions are about a me in time and space. So as you invite this elephant into this party, all that we have believed about this me is going to get wiped clean. As much as you like. See, because as consciousness, you have full freedom to play with as many concepts for as long as you like. But if you say, give me a way to wipe this slate clean, and I'm saying, invite this aspect of you, the non-phenomenal self, into your recognition, conceptlessly, notionlessly. And if you feel like it is too much too soon, back away. Yes, yes.
So it's like, you said then to have any notion is to basically make the I within time and space.
Not make
What
it,
did you
but
say?
pick up the, even if I said it, what I mean is
Pick up the
to
notion.
pick up the pretense
Okay.
of an individualized me in time and space.
So sometimes, even though I really like in my heart, I don't believe it. I don't feel it's true, but I feel sometimes where there's a little bit of doubt is that sometimes it feels like, okay, it's very clear to me that I'm not a physical entity.
Yeah.
What I am is seeing.
Yeah.
But then a notion comes like to do with my relationship to what's being seen.
Mm-hmm.
So like an example,
Yeah.
like a live example now.
So he says the confusion comes sometimes when I see that I am not that which is seen, or I'm not just that anyway. I'm more like seeing. But the confusion comes when I'm trying to pinpoint the relationship between that which is seen and the seeing itself.
So, for example, right now there's quite a lot of pain in the body, and I don't really feel like I'm suffering from that. And yet still, there's a feeling of waiting for it to go away.
Yeah.
Some things, it's almost like I'm waiting for it to go away. Something is resisting already being free of it.
Yeah.
So when I check, I can see that.
So let's go really slowly. So there is a pain in the body which is obviously not a pleasant taste. Then you see that there is a waiting for it to go away. So when you say there is a waiting, what is it in the sense what is the taste of this waiting? Is it energetic? Is it every time the concept comes, but this should go, it finds easier belief? What do you mean by there is a waiting?
So when I look at it,
Yeah.
there's not a voice which is saying, oh, when's this going to be?
Yes.
Why is this happening to me? And so on. It feels more like some kind of energetic resistance, like a
Yes.
kind of a, like that.
Yeah. So it's like a dam that is being built in a way, isn't it? That there's a certain pain, and there seems to be that this something in opposition to that. And both are fine. That which sees both of these, is it aligned either to this or that?
Ultimately, in the simplest way, just the fact that I'm aware of it makes it very clear that it's also a perception, therefore it comes and goes.
But this is now, it's the right inference, but it's still an inference. Easier to just check.
Okay, so where the doubt is a little bit is that the sensation itself, including the resistance to the sensation, is seen as an object of perception.
Yes.
And it's unstable. It might not be here.
Yes, exactly.
But then sometimes where the doubt comes is that the sensation or the feeling of waiting for it to pass, which in other words is like, this is what I would rather perceive than what's actually.
Yes, but all this again, I'm asking whether it's motionless or it is just this what you're calling waiting. Is it like a motionless, just like something in the body, feels like a body sensation? Yeah. Is it that sort of waiting, or is it just like, oh, when is this going to go? And then,
well, there is a waiting in the body, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like then on a subtle level, there's a kind of, I would call it a mental, I don't know if that's the right thing, but it's like, it's, the doubt is that that's, sometimes it feels like that's a property of the seeing rather than something that you see. Because I can't locate that feeling of waiting anywhere in the body, and I can't locate it as a particular sensation. And yet at the same time, it seems like that's felt.
okay, so let's look at this again. Now you say that I can't locate this feeling of waiting, nor the sensation of waiting. Yet, I feel it to be true. Does that mean I perceive the feeling of it to be true, or what does it mean? I know it can sound very technical for something, but I know that you're hearing what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I say, I feel like this waiting is true. So either the thought is coming, this waiting is true, and we're saying, yes, this is easy to give assent to. Or there's a perception of a feeling which is being labeled waiting. So is this waiting just a mental position, or is this waiting actually felt or experienced or tasted as an actual perception?
It's a mental position which is subtler than whatever the sensation is, but not so subtle as the pure seeing.
All positions are very subtle in that way, actually, because you cannot find them sensationally.
It's like,
so till you give a yes to the idea, I'm waiting for it to go. Is there an actual waiting for it to go? That's what we are looking at, isn't it? Is there a substance to that which we call the waiting? Or is it just an idea of waiting?
whenever I check, I can see that, awareness isn't waiting for anything.
Yes.
And I also can't find myself as separate from that awareness.
Yes.
And yet, there still seems to be a kind of a habit to identify with that position of waiting.
Yes, but is it naturally present? Like if you, in this moment you forgot about the notion of waiting. Is there a waiting?
To be honest.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's like a sense of some anticipation. Is that what you call it? What do you call it? Like
Just
what's going to happen now? Or when is it going to go? Something like that. Investigate this more, because I feel like it's a beautiful contemplation which we've rarely done. We've not really looked at waiting so clearly. And many of us are like waiting for freedom. So for me, it's a very beautiful contemplation to check. What is this waiting? And just by virtue of taking the position of waiting, does it actually become like a sensational waiting? Only though for those who are attracted to these kind of things.
the irony is when, like now we're looking, the feeling of waiting's gone.
Yeah.
Can only really describe like a kind of primal tendency where perception is seen as like, or is felt as not agreeable. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a thought like this isn't agreeable. Something's just seems to bring about like there's a feeling like the awareness that I am is waiting for that to leave, and yet at the same time I know that can't be true.
Yeah. That is why, because the truth is ever present, we can just use what is to check on this. Like, so there is a pain, there is another type of pain which we are calling waiting, or another type of sensation which we are calling waiting. We're just checking whether, because the appearance of this second sensation, does it actually make a position to that which I truly am? Can anything actually, any sensation, any concept, and we're not just inferring now, we're checking, because all of us have our favorite position. So, although very quickly in satsang we can say no, 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 but you can come to, when we come to our favorite position, we don't feel like, oh, this is not possible for me to actually be attached to this or to be in that position. I know that being in enough satsang, all of you will be able to say, but I am that which is a pure seeing, which cannot be contained in any sensation. Is it? Any perception cannot contain me. But use every opportunity to check this, confirm this for yourself. Is there another one that you are that can actually be constrained by some of this, any of this?
I wanted to say just then, like just before you said it, that maybe this is just like a favorite idea. Like, because when I'm checking, I want to say from my seeing, No, absolutely. And usually when there's a resistance to say no,
Yeah.
it's because
It's in the top 10 hits.
yeah, I'm usually feeling like that's coming from a place of kind of authenticity, like, well, no, what's the point of saying no if I'm still suffering from it? Maybe actually, like, I've just bought into that idea so many times that it's just habit, like being some kind of victim, like the mind's playing some kind of victim game.
This is a very important point he's bringing out. He's saying that which I'm able to check and see it is not true, and yet something feels so strange to be just to report that is not true. So I jokingly called it that is in the top 10 hits. These are our favorite ideas, which in spite of our truest insight, with full integrity, we're having this insight that it is not actually contained in that, it is not touching the reality of what I am. And yet they can feel like there's been so much allegiance to a particular idea that it can feel like, can this actually be true? So, and all of us have a few favorites like that. All of us have some favorites like that. And these are very important to bring into your own life. These are very important to bring into your life. And trust your insight more than anything else. Even the Master's words are just to enable these insights. The question is, where do I place this I? Isn't it? Where do I place this I? Now we have relied on ideas, we have relied on inferences. Now rely on your insight. All these I's. Where do I place this I? Do I just go with an idea of who I am? Do I go with an intellectual inference about who I am? Or can I stay with my direct insight, my direct experience? That's why I keep asking these days, who does the I represent? Is it representing a thought? Is it representing a sensation or a group of sensations? Is it some weird mixture of thoughts and sensations? And you find that everything that is about location and time is not applicable to you. And that is why many of you will become so ineloquent. Because all the terms that we've used to refer to ourselves have been about time and space. I am the light, lighting, and lighted. and awareness of my own existential reality. Yes, silence is. Okay, good for today. Thank you all so much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Baba ki Jai.
Jai.